The UK unemployment rate is at an 11-year low, and when unemployment levels are low, the demand for talent becomes more competitive. For employers, this means that every channel to both active and passive candidates needs to be explored. Mobile recruiting is a channel that appears to be being neglected by employers. Evidence is that candidate activity on mobile devices is high. The Office for National Statistics say that 96% of 16 to 24-year-olds access the internet on the go. Ofcom say 90% of 16 to 24-year-olds own a mobile phone. And 89% of job seekers say their mobile device is an important tool to search for a job. And 79% of the population access social media from a mobile device. So how then are employers responding to this trend? Interestingly, 49% of organisations say that mobile recruiting was not a top priority for their company. 30% of employers said they didn't know where to start with a mobile strategy. And a staggering 80% didn't have a career site that was optimised for mobile. So the vast majority of young people are using mobile devices, yet it would seem employers are slow to adapt to this trend. What then might employers do? Mobile recruiting uses technology to attract, engage, and convert candidates. So now let's look at each of these in turn. Attracting candidates. Saying your site is mobile friendly no longer cuts the mustard. That simply means that it's viewable on a mobile device. And typically text is hard to read and requires pinch and zoom. Tables span beyond the screen and extensive scrolling is required. Your site needs to have been designed for mobile use from the ground up. This means that pages should load quickly, the site should be touch-friendly, users shouldn't be required to scroll left and right, text should be clear to read and without the need to zoom, and the content should be optimized for the small screen. Your site needs to be search engine optimized so that people can find you. In April 2015, Google introduced a change to its ranking algorithm that favoured mobile-friendly websites. Be aware that your audience will be reviewing your site when they first wake up in the morning, on the train to and from work, over coffee in Starbucks, during their lunch breaks. Their time is short, and you want to make the best use of this time. Note that at this stage your visitors are not candidates. They are merely browsing through your job postings looking for the right fit. The next step is to engage with them. This can be achieved with text messages that have links to relevant jobs. You can attract candidates by pushing out job notifications to registered job users. Or you can send text acknowledging actions like the receipt of an application or sending out an interview reminder. Live chat. This is where artificial intelligence can work well, as prompt, intelligent and personal responses will develop a connection with the candidates. There's also social recruiting. We've already said that most interaction with social networks is achieved through a mobile device. And the most popular platforms are Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp and Snapchat. This form of engagement includes messaging, employer branding, friends recommendations, and providing that personal touch with employee testimonials and photos of employee activities. The third strategic area is the conversion of people browsing to people applying. The apply process should take no more than a minute. Some job boards like Monster and Career Builder have a quick apply process if you've already registered and uploaded your CV. With LinkedIn Recruiter, you can apply without a CV, as this service uses the seeker's profile. The apply process should be achievable with press buttons, tick boxes, sliders, and drop-down boxes. There also needs to be a mechanism to deliver CVs and cover letters, since these documents can make it difficult to apply via a mobile device. Specialist recruiting apps. Recruiters can use mobile recruiting apps to post career opportunities that are optimized for mobile devices, and candidates can use these apps to easily submit job applications. They're not browser-based and require the job seeker to download a mobile app from a store. Examples would be Jobber, recently acquired by Monster. This is a job-finding app, probably best described as the Tinder for jobs, due to selecting preferences with swipe-based gestures. The idea with Jobber is to simplify the select and apply process. Video interviewing is an increasingly popular way of reducing the time to hire. An example here would be HireView. Recruiters create questionnaires, send questions to candidates, candidates video their answers, and then recruiting managers can review the interviews at their leisure. Other benefits of mobile are better employer branding. Savvy candidates will evaluate a company's brand before applying for a job, so the career site needs to be well presented with messages that can be easily reviewed from a mobile device. The second benefit is time to hire. Mobile recruiting can cut down on the time taken to identify, qualify, and hire a candidate. With mobile, information reaches the candidate sooner, and candidates can be reviewed from anywhere. One employer said, "It could take us 90 to 120 days to find qualified candidates for open positions. Now we have found we are interviewing qualified candidates anywhere from 14 to 30 days after the position has been posted." So what are the takeaways? Internet access with a mobile device will be the norm. One-click applies will be common. Recruiter and candidate dialogue will become less formal and briefer, using SMS and Twitter. Applying for jobs will be more automated, with auto-form completion from CV parsers and stored profiles. Video interviewing will be a standard feature, and an employer's internet presence will be part of their brand. Thank you for your attention.